Howdy all, this is Shane. I've got a few questions on Facebook regarding my documentary and when it's coming up and when it will be finished as well. I'm doing my final render right now. I just watched a version of it and I had to make one frame adjustment that just went black all of a sudden, so I had to move things around and fit it all together again. But it's all good. It's got 12 hours to go before it renders down. The project's about 32 minutes in length, so it should offer at least some different viewing on my channel. It's something that I've wanted to try for a long time. It's my first attempt at doing any of this. I never went to film school or any of that kind of stuff. I just like to make videos, and this was a suggestion to do from a friend of mine, you know, a jam night documentary about open mic nights and so forth. So we went to one place and filmed over 2 nights, and yeah, this is what we came up with. It's pretty cool. We got some interviews and there's some nice gear and shots, as well as some pretty cool playing as well. And yeah, I'm actually playing in there as well as doing some of the interviews. So it's good fun. I hope everybody enjoys it. So I plan on releasing it on the 11th of October, which is next Saturday. At least that'll be my time. I'll try to release it at a time that goes live in the US as well. So not only will this be a look into a jam night in Melbourne, Australia, it will also be a bit of a look at our culture as well that goes along with not only these nights, but in Australia. So if you are overseas in the US, where a big portion of my audience is, or in the UK as well, or Japan, you're gonna see a little bit of a different insight into Australia, I guarantee that. A huge thanks to everybody who contributed to this in the terms of the interviews. I've done all the editing, all the sound and everything myself. I've learned so much from doing this project. Being that it's only 32 minutes long, you would think that it wouldn't take that long to edit, but there's numerous things to take into account. I had to fix the audio levels on everything. I learned how not to use a microphone and how to use a microphone. Sometimes the mics weren't working, so I had to use the camera mics, and there's subtitles on certain spots. Trying to do everything on my own was a very, very big challenge, but I'm glad it's done. And yeah, next time I do it, I'm gonna approach it a little differently as well. And yeah, the next documentary will be about guitar acquisition syndrome, or GAS as it's known as, to us nerds, us guitar nerds. So yeah, there's a few guys that I've got on board to interview about that, as well as myself, because as you know, I'm a huge nerd with gear, which brings me to my next thing, which I've gone back to an amp I've already owned. So things like that, you know, doesn't make sense to the average person and makes total sense to a musician. These are the things that we're going to look at as well. So yeah, on to the gear demos. I'm going to be doing more of those very, very soon. I've basically just taken a couple of weeks off from doing them, as I mentioned, just to get this project finished so I can move on. I've got some really great stuff. I've got some Emerson pedals sitting right here. I've got a demo that's going up this week with Dr. Rick. We did some M Drive and Paramount Drive videos. So I'm gonna put those online. They'll be up very, very soon this weekend, I hope. So yeah, lots of good stuff going on. And I'd like to thank, everybody for their patience and also support with this project. I guess it'll be different to what most people think. It's just like an extension of how I would make a video for YouTube. It's, although I've put a lot more time into, you know, each sort of shot had to be corrected visually in some way. So the rendering process takes a long time. I shot it in 50 frames per second, and I now need to render it back to 25 frames per second for YouTube, which is another consideration I wasn't thinking about when I shot it. But yeah, you know, the high resolution one will be available somewhere, hopefully. So we'll see how we go with that. It'll be completely free. I'm not obviously charging for any of this stuff. It's just going to be online. And I hope that everybody can enjoy it in some way. And yeah, I'd love to hear what you all think of it when you've finished watching it. And yeah, obviously I'm open to ideas. I know there's a lot of guys that watch my videos that help me with lighting techniques, and they also give me some suggestions. But like I said, it's a first attempt, and I think it came up pretty well. It kind of met my own expectations of what I thought I was capable of. The next step will be obviously to do something a little bit more involved, another 30-minute project, like I said, about GAS or something like that. So yeah, anyway, I just want to update everybody. Expect it to go live on the 11th of this month, October 2014. that's when I'm planning on releasing it on YouTube. It's a massive file, it's about 4 gig, so I've got to try and cut that back a little bit just to stream it or to get it up on YouTube, because uploading in Australia totally sucks. So yeah, let's just see how we go with this final render. 12 hours, 19 minutes to go on an i7. That's how involved the project not only is, but how much of it has been corrected visually or audio-wise as well. Huge thanks again to everybody for the support, and yeah, when it goes live, let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment on the video. Feel free to share it around. That is the main thing with a video like this. I put a lot of effort into it, even if you don't like the content. You know, if you know someone that goes to a jam, you know, share it around. I'd greatly appreciate that. It needs to get out there and be seen, because I think anyone who's been to a jam night can actually relate to it in some way. So yeah, it's a good look into not only the jams, Australian culture, and a little bit into my history of learning how to play guitar. So thanks for watching. Catch you all soon. See ya.